First of all, 5G, I mean, the operators around the region have done a fantastic job with their initial rollouts. No expenses spared, trying to get the initial set of customers onto the 5G network, and have deployed very high capacity, low latency network, which was the premise of 5G in the first place. So that's excellent. What Commscope offers is the fiber connectivity, the wireless antennas, the cables, the small cells and so on, to complement and to provide the solutions that the operators need to deploy 5G. What's next? Well, it needs to become a little bit more efficient, a little bit more cost effective as we roll out into less dense urban, shall we say, urban areas and suburban areas. The return on investment is a bit trickier, and it has to be done with total cost of ownership in mind. This is where Commscope is, I think we excel, because we offer solutions thinking of the overall cost for the operator. I think that's the next thing. From the operator point of view, obviously, they've got to think of ways to monetize the 5G networks. That's one example of the solutions that we offer, and I'm glad you mentioned that. The Mosaic is basically an antenna solution that allows you to accommodate an active antenna and a passive antenna in the same footprint, right? Saving tower space. It's also lighter, lightweight, and obviously because of the compact nature of the Mosaic solution, it obviously has less wind resistance. Operators today very often suffer from the fact that their towers are congested, so towers are full. And so many of them are looking for solutions such as Mosaic, where you can deploy 5G with minimal impact, minimal space, weight, wind load impact on their towers. It is a simple solution, but one that is highly required out there in the network rollouts and deployments happening today. But that's not going to change, right? I mean, we're always going to face this problem of, do you run or do you walk? Do you build and hope they come, or vice versa? But I've been impressed personally as an industry participant about the quick rollout of 5G. It's gone quick. The number of subscribers around the world is much higher than I personally thought it would be at this point in the cycle. So I'm quite impressed. Obviously, for now, the biggest benefits of 5G are mobile broadband at higher bit rates, lower latency. The trick now is this second stage that we all hope for, the very unique use cases that 5G can offer. I'm excited about AI, more cloud use, more gaming, but gaming in ways that takes advantage of the uniqueness of the characteristics of 5G. And then obviously the very exciting things like drone technology, driverless cars. To me, those are very high visibility, but not necessarily high revenue generating. It's the AI and the like that I'm excited about. One more thing, 5G is going to offer private networks, a real opportunity in the private network space where large enterprises, cities maybe, can do unique stuff using and creating their own little private networks and do something exciting in a way that couldn't be done before. Look, the way I look at it, I was telling a colleague earlier on, we've had 2 years of COVID. If it wasn't important, nobody would be here, because we've learned to work without being face-to-face. However, you can see from the attendance here today that everybody wants to talk to each other. Everybody wants to shake the other man's hand or the other lady's hand and do business with peers. So hugely important. The first few times I traveled out after COVID, came back very successful for my travels, because people buy from people, people sell to people, people want to interact with people. Zooms and Zoom calls and team calls did wonderful things, but you can't be face to face.